Here's a double dagger catalyst build. It's mostly for dueling. It's a Condi build, and it uses the catalyst trait line to get massive synergy with gaining auras. So whenever you gain an aura as a catalyst, you gain elemental empowerment, which elemental empowerment will increase all of your stats for 1% per stack and can stack up to 10. So you'll get this by gaining auras. I have disables, or whenever I evade an attack, I'll gain it. So it's very easy to get to maximum stacks of this buff. So I'll often have 10% more stats most of the time. And then I have fire and earth trait line, which gives me cleansing and protection on aura. So you'll often see that I have pretty much permanent protection on the build, which allows me to survive, and of course stability on auras, which is extremely good because what is the one thing that counters Ellie's? Chill and CC. So I have a lot of stability and I have a lot of cleansing because every aura is a cleanse. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. You know, the issue with Catalyst I think is mostly the hammer is not that good, not so much the actual trait line. I think Catalyst is pretty decent. And another thing is that you saw I use the Signet of Restoration there. That's because I'm using the Signet trait in Earth, which means that you can get the passive and active effect of all of your signets. And I'm also using Signet of Air, so even though I don't have much swiftness uptime, I do have access to permanent 25% movement speed, and then a stun break, which also can be used aggressively, like for the blind and vulnerability. And then the Signet of Earth. So Signet of Earth is pretty nice. It would be competing with like a Signet of Fire maybe, because Signet of Fire would do more damage, but Signet of Earth still does decent damage, and it gives Immobilize, which allows you to land a lot more damage. So I like to use the Signet of Earth. It also gives you a little bit of toughness, which we all know elementalists are very squishy, and the precision of Signet of Fire wouldn't give as much value. So, I mean, this is not really a crit-oriented build. It's mostly about hitting burns. And your damage does come from the Fire 2 usually. Fire 2 is Drake's Breath, and then you've got some decent fire, combo fields and stuff like that. You want to know all the combo fields as well, like the Jade Earth Sphere you can see here. I'm comboing with that. Mostly you do want to just use the Earth Jade Sphere for the protection uptime, and then just get one combo in it for the magnetic aura, which gives you projectile reflect. And then the water Jade Sphere is mostly where you want to do most of your combos, because you blast it or leap through it, and that equals, healing. So that'll give you a lot of your sustain. But I am kind of in a bad situation here because their entire team is rotating into me, and my team is really not anywhere on the map. So we're going to die there. I probably could have been more aware of their enemy team rotating in here, and I was kind of trying too hard to contest the node in a 1v2 on a node that I didn't even own. So yeah, that was a little bit of a overextension there, and we're going to lose the entire map off of that, even though I had 4 players on me, which is unfortunate. So seeing that my team just kind of lost the entire map after I had 4 players on me signals to me that I really just need to go to far, because my team really needs me to hold as many players as possible, and when I die, I relinquish my presence on the map. So I really need to be more careful and not die. So the Mechanist here is actually a pretty good 1v1 for me, because I can CC the mech. You can see I broke the bar, and I can easily just cleave it with the fire skills, because mechs usually don't cleanse themselves. I go into water attunement here, and I am about to kill their mech, so we get the mech down, which is good because that reduces their pressure extremely. I get hit by another Dragon's Ward, which is not nice, so I'm going to move away and just try to resustain. And I see that my team actually gets one down, so I'm going to go in, and what's actually really nice about Catalyst is I can stability stomp, because I have a lot of instant cast auras that I can cast while I'm stomping. So water 4, air 3, and just swapping into fire are all stability granting skills. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So we get that kill, and that means that we're going to win this fight. Their Bladesworn is staying a little bit too late, so we're going to go in and give them some condies and immobilize them. The immobilize is actually really good with, for example, if you're 1v1ing someone and then you get a +1, getting immobilized from like the Earth 3 or the Earth Signet really helps your teammate to +1 you. So that's really nice. You don't want to have like a full bunker side noter because then they don't interact with your team too well. So yeah, my team is kind of dead here because we took too long to get those kills. So I'm going to head into mid. I know that the Skyhammer is coming up soon, but I want to see if I can get a decap on mid before then, because I don't want them getting value off of the cap while we're fighting on the Skyhammer. So we are going to pressure this, get the decap, but looks like their catalyst is in here. And I'm going to use my Air 5, get us some decent CCs, and now I want to head to the Skyhammer because now it's up. Their Mechanist is here, their mech is back alive, but we're going to keep pressuring it and get some auras out here by cleansing, and I give out a little bit of quickness to my ally there, which could be nice, but didn't get too much done there. And now we're just pressuring. Yeah, we're getting a decent amount of condies on them. They're going to probably go down here. I get the immobilize, which is very killer, and they're going to die off of that. I don't have my Air 5 up to knock them off the node, but it probably would have been nice if I used Elemental Celerity there, which would allow me to use that again. Yeah, on this build, Elemental Celerity doesn't get too much value because a lot of the skills you want to just kind of spam on like low cooldowns. But I guess you could use it for like a double ride the lightning, or you could use it for maybe like 2 sets of fire cleave. But yeah, Elemental Celerity, I guess you could replace that if you really wanted to. So yeah, now we're gonna try to get an immobilize here so that we get the full cap. There's 1 tick left, but they port on the node. I use Elemental Celerity to try to do some more CCs and get some more cleanse. I have a lot of protection, but I am getting focused quite hard here. And even though I'm giving myself stability, I'm getting focused quite hard. Their Dragon Hunter is on me as well. And yeah, I'm just taking a lot of CC because I ran out of auras and stability because I'm just getting focused by so many of their players. Especially with the Dragon Hunter tethering me, which is it's not something you really want to have. But their entire team is pretty much here. So we do have a 2 cap, even though we're kind of like gonna lose everything if they let them get the hammer. So unfortunate that I'm gonna die again. You really don't want to die because this build excels at, you know, holding people, even though it's probably less sustained than the Weaver. You know, the Weaver has barrier and a little bit more synergy, but this build has a decent amount of sustain if you do the right combos, and of course being able to use Signet of Restoration isn't bad either. Now I go for the full cap because the node there is just going to get decapped anyways. I go for the decap instead of a full cap. And yeah, as I said, compare this to like a Weaver build. A Weaver would not have as much stability, probably not as much cleanse because not as much aura gaining, but it would have a decent amount of cleanse still, probably comparable. But yeah, I'm not sure if the Weaver would really enjoy being against so much CC because you just get killed in any team fights as a Weaver because you just get CC spammed. Now here I am under quite a bit of CC still. Get some auras to give me more sustain, but yeah, I get immobilized and I'm gonna die again because their team is really tunnel visioning on this, and I'm trying to fight on node too much. I'm trying too hard to hold the nodes when I'm outnumbered. I need to be kiting off the node because while I do have stability, you know, if 2 separate players are CCing me, my stability doesn't ration out as intensely as it would in like a 1v1. So while it's still good in team fights, you know, give buffs to the team, you got to be careful. You can't just stand on the node. So we're going to head into mid, and our teammate is Core Warrior. We're going to be versus a Mechanist and a Support Guardian, with a core warrior, and I can support them a little bit with some, the protection I'm giving to my teammate here. I can also give him the, what is this? The quickness here. Maybe give them a little bit of cleanse with smothering auras from the transmutes. And yeah, I'm going to transmute there for the cleanse for my ally. Heal them a little bit. And I can use the, get some stuns here. My teammate is coming in. So we can ride the lightning in here and try to get the kill on their core guardian. I get the immobilize into my fire rush there. And now we really want to get this kill fast because we're kind of like 3v1ing. And I use the immobilize on their mechanist. I really want to chase this kill, so I am chasing with the ride the lightning. Don't get the CC because they have a lot of stability too, but the Drake's Breath is going to finish them off. And at this point, we probably want to head to far. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to dodge the Dragon Hunter there and just go straight into far because I want to play for the node. I give myself some stability in case the Bladesworn uses Dragon Slash. And now they're trying to fight on node, so I throw some AoEs on the node. Yeah, their Dragon Hunter's trap has been on the node, so I gotta be careful around that. So yeah, their Bladesworn is really low, but they have quite a bit of resustain. That wasn't the best water Jade Sphere there, to be honest. I used a lot of my combo before it was up, so I didn't get too much sustain out of it, but I'm doing fine still on the sustain. I put down the protection field just to get some more protection uptime. And yeah, that was not the best air Jade Sphere there. I get an immobilize on their warrior though, and I'm cleansing a lot of conditions off of me. But I have to be careful because they're all focusing me. I'm using the resustain. I'm using the combos through the water field there, which is pretty nice. You can see I get a decent resustain there. And now our team is pushing in. We're just going to try to focus the Bladesworn here. I have stability, so I'm doing fine here. I get the water field out again, and I'm just comboing through it. And yeah, I think that's one of the best things about Catalyst for like a duelist role is that water field. So you wanna save a lot of your combo finishers for that water field, and maybe just like one in earth, and then a lot of them in water, and that'll help you to resustain quite a bit. So here we're gonna give ourselves some protection because we're kind of out of it, and do some combos here. I swap into fire, give myself some more damage and all the aura stuff. And now we're just in a 1v1 with this Bladesworn. I'm resustaining with all the water stuff, and yeah, you can see all those combos in the water field. Yeah, it's pretty good to survive. And even though Bladesworn does quite a bit of damage, I'm able to easily take a 1v1 against a Bladesworn because permanent protection pretty much. And of course, the ability to immobilize them is really nice because usually, Bladesworns are using tactics, so they don't have the immobilize removal from discipline. So that is nice. I'm going to get a nice CC here into my fiery rush, get the immobilize, and they're probably going to be taken out here. Even though they use their cleanse, it's not enough. So we're going to win the match, and that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, like this video, and subscribe for more content. Check the links in the description if you want to support me and see other PvP builds. And I will see you all next time.